ask a question? Because I
It's
don't
in the
know. I don't
movie.
know what the word is in the Google streets right now.
What?
I haven't. I stopped keeping track once he and Rihanna broke up. Who's Leo dating right now? I know he's not married. He's still out there being the eternal bachelor. Because
This you talking about Leonardo DiCaprio?
yes,
Okay,
Caprio.
he's got a girl. Listen, he's got a girl, and they waiting because he says he gets
She's
rid of
17, isn't she?
no, he gets rid of all of his girls at 27. This girl is 26.
oh,
So they waiting to see if he gonna get rid of this one like he got rid of all the rest of them. Because that's who Timothy Chalamet gonna be. Timothy ain't gonna have no women. He think he Leonardo DiCaprio, and he gonna be with every woman that he can get his hands on. Watch.
because he does. It does appear to me from the things I've been reading and looking at. It appears that he has a very high esteem of Leo. Like mentor me, Leo.
Yeah,
Teach me your ways. I want to
yeah.
come up in Hollywood like you did. So I do.
And if
Leo
y'all
boy,
see, and
Leo said if you over 27, don't even call him. Is that what-
that's what he said. That's what he said.
So that means because Tiana is over 27. So
Didn't you hear that joke
Tiana
they made?
doesn't have a
Didn't
chance.
didn't you hear that joke they made about him tonight? Said
I
something is
did.
going to age more than his girlfriend. It's going to be long. This thing is going to be age longer than the relationship he has with his girlfriends.
I heard her say that. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So yeah, Timothy gonna be a player from the Himalayas. He
So,
ain't
Yeah.
so
getting back.
nobody, so Auntie Google didn't tell you why Airplane, that's Mufasa, and Tiana Taylor is not together during their
I,
season because he's an
look,
actor. He could be rocking them custom suits. She's
look,
an actress. She could be rocking them
look.
suits, and if for nothing
Oh.
else, it's publicity.
And they
Tiana
could have been the prettiest things on the red carpet.
is out there hanging with Kim Kardashian and what's her
Everybody,
name? What's her name? Niecy Dash.
Niecy
everybody.
Nash. Mm-hmm.
They out there having a good time. They ain't got time for that.
She got a lot of movies lined up too.
She does.
Why you think she got them? Because she got the dust off her feet and got moving. You can't be having nobody weighing your ass down.
Now, I will say that. Do you think that's really what it is? That maybe being cuddled can keep you from being focused? Because that's a lesson in itself. She's a very ambitious person.
Yes.
I think I read that she was taking chef classes. She's
Yes,
taking
she is.
culinary
She went to
classes
culinary school. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
while
I've
she's
seen the
doing everything else
videos.
that she's doing. She's doing
I
quite a
mean,
lot.
she's up in there with them girls on what's the name of that show?
All's fair.
All's Fair, and she working it out. Them girls on All's Fair's work. They acting their asses off.
So what do you think this is? He has work to do, she has work to do, and it's not gonna work out together. We can just be friends
Yeah, sometimes that's what you got to do.
with some
Sometimes you gotta
benefits.
say, if it's for us, it'll be for us later on. But right
Hmm.
now, you can do this because when it's in you, whatever your gift is, you're not gonna be happy unless you're doing it.
That's right.
If you're a creator and you're not creating, you get sick. That's why I'm be sick all the damn time because I ain't creating stuff I'm supposed to be creating.
What you supposed to be creating, Auntie?
All kinds of stuff. I got half of blankets in here that I'm crocheting. I'll be trying to do meals. I done bought all this stuff to make breads and cookies and all this stuff. And I will start it. I will be grandiose. And then for some reason, next thing you know, I'm depressed, I'm sick, or something wrong. But I will say this year, the year 2005, I did get better. I took myself in hand and I got better. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I think this is a good platform for you to run your mouth and tell your stuff and say your piece and get it off your chest and have everybody get to know you and follow along and see if you on point or if you half know what you're talking about.
I still think that they did Ryan Coogler dirty tonight.
I think, and they know it. and the people who won the awards know it. And that's
Mhm.
why they kept pointing at him saying, "Oh, Ryan, you don't give up, Ryan." They kept giving him these little pet talks
It's
in the
gonna
midst
be
of their thank yous.
okay. It's just
Because
it,
you know what?
it's
Come
just
on, y'all.
round one. It's just
Let's be
round
honest.
two.
Yeah, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Okay, we're gonna be honest right now. All
Okay, yes,
them,
ma'am.
all them motherfuckers is jealous. All of them. They jealous as hell. This mother got. He knows how to do film. He knows how to. But they did. Look, you notice how the one that did the music, they gave him his
Ludwig.
shit off. They gave him his shit off
Oh,
camera.
they're in love.
Oh, they
Oh,
did. They did.
why did he
Yes,
get
they
his
did.
off
For
camera?
score. Yes, they did.
In the middle of the commercial, they said so and so won for the score for Sinners.
I could have sworn they was going to give
For
Ludwig
the
his due
score.
on it. And you know what? And I had him on
No,
there.
Wait a
I
minute.
had him
There's
on there.
two
Let's
two
go to
different
wait. Let's
songs.
take a look.
Wait a minute, Simone. One was for the score, and one for was best song or something. He didn't win for best song. He won for the score.
Right. I
and let me tell
knew
you
that I lied to you was not, they were not going to give it.
everything. That's why I said, I don't think I'm gonna be dealing with this shit no more. I think I'm gonna be just watching me some movies and enjoying the movies because you can't trust nobody. Nothing is what it used to be. Old Hollywood is dead. There
Ooh,
is no such thing as a movie star. Even Denzel said, "Let me get the hell up out of this game. I got 5 more movies and I'm gonna be a preacher." So,
he
people
hopped
is
up in that baptism tub so quick.
wait a minute. Now let me say this. Do you know that they have I don't know if they're gonna show up in the Oscar, but they might. They got this AI chick that's got her own album out right now.
That's
I
not
That's
heard
going
Oscars,
about
that's
that.
Grammys. Yes, I heard about that
yeah,
over a month ago.
now, now explain one thing to me, okay? How's she going on the road?
Well, that's
How do you take a AI on the road and do
Can I tell you?
on through
She.
Zoom.
I'm
city
gonna
to
tell you who
city?
she is, Auntie. You wanna know who she is?
Oh, a picture of her.
She's jamming the holograms.
Okay,
She looks similar. But
No,
okay.
remember
but a
how we
sister
watched Jim
created
when we
her.
was growing up?
Yeah.
This hologram.
The
This is what I
holograms
Okay.
went on
think.
tour. They will probably make her a hologram, and a
Well,
certain group of people will go watch a hologram sing original AI generated songs.
but
I
let
think
me
you
say this.
would.
Yes, they would.
They
Didn't people show up to watch to try to see Tupac and Whitney? And that was a bad,
listen.
bad, bad idea.
They talked to what's his name? Missy Elliott. What's his name?
Timbaland.
Timbaland.
Mm-hmm.
Timbaland is the one that said he's going to take his artist, right? And Timbaland has been accused of asking all these people for demo tapes,
Oh.
biggies. And he used these demo tapes of all these girls to build this AI with their voices,
Oh.
the compilation of all the voices. So this one guy said, if you can do that, then I can do that. It's not like you have an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you've taken this stuff and put it together and built this person. I can
Mm-hmm.
take the same things that you took and make another artist. He says, so this is getting ready to get very muddy out
Ooh.
because it ain't making no sense. How we gonna make money? How we gonna go on tour? And so when you see these people doing AI now and you see Tupac and you don't know Tupac from, you got Tupac and Elvis Presley doing this in the same video, and
Mm-hmm.
you can't tell because they look almost identical. They're getting better at this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But ain't nobody gonna be in Hollywood no more. They ain't gonna have no use for actors
And if
and
But
that's
actors.
Auntie, the
true
thing
that
about the
Timbaland's
thing
doing
is,
that, doesn't he? If it's true that Timbaland is doing this to the artists,
Yeah.
does he
Well, they
not
got
see that AI can replace the producers and the beat makers too? Does he not
Exactly.
understand that
That's
he's going
what
to
they're
help unemploy
saying.
himself?
That's the controversy right now. And a couple of these women that gave him tapes are suing him.
Be-
So let me ask you this, because I'm kind of familiar, but not totally familiar. So
Hmm.
my question is, if I take a whole bunch of different sounds, different girls, and
Hmm.
I am producing them because he has all the equipment in his
Right.
studio to
Right.
take out this, to
Right.
amplify that, to
Right.
change the key here.
Right.
So is he basically putting all these demos in harmony, or is he feeding his artificial intelligence samples of what natural voices sound like in different keys, maybe?
He
and then
So
said
he's
then he
spitting out a
that's
product.
exactly what he's doing. And so they had this thing where this girl that's suing, right?
mm-hmm,
They have some kind of machine and they laid it over his tracks
mm-hmm.
and they were identical. And they're
Hmm.
saying there's no way that you can sing anything. If you're a Stevie Wonder, you can't sing your song twice and they be identical.
Right.
So they said this woman's voice was identical. They laid it over and
Hmm.
they said, you using somebody else's crap.
Right.
So it's getting ready to be a big deal with this AI is getting ready to be real funky. It's getting ready to do, it's going to be dangerous.
But the acting
They've been
community
warning
knew that.
actors
That's
about
why they
that.
went on strike.
They've been warning them for years about that.
Yeah.
And now you're just seeing what they all have dreaded. But they have been threatening to do this for years.
Hmm.
I
But
mean,
what
the
I'm
the
saying
prototypes the prototypes aren't as good as they are now. But what I've seen in Hollywood, this is what
is,
I've seen. I just watched what's his name? What's that movie that Clooney was just nominated in? What was that
Jay
movie
something,
called?
Jay something, Jay Kelly.
Jay Kelly. I
Hmm.
just watched it. And Jay Kelly, he has to go back in time to see. It's kind of like some Scrooge stuff too, where he's seeing a younger version of him
Hmm.
and different scenarios of him with his children, etc. And what do? They added his face to make him look younger.
Right.
That's artificial. That's AI right
But
there.
back then, there used to be just CGI, computer generated, interface or imaging, right? Now
Yeah.
but it was based on something real. Now it's artificial
but the
Mm-hmm.
intelligence is
thing is,
creating the face.
but the one thing that we all know is, like I just said about Kim Kardashian and The Rock,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
when you don't have no, your face don't move, you don't have no emotion, you don't have, you just got that kind of blank stare when you're saying the words. That's
Mm-hmm.
what AI is. AI don't have no soul. And when you don't
Exactly.
have no, when you can't act, it's because you got no soul. You got nothing to put in
Exactly.
it. And
You
so this
right.
AI ain't got nothing to put in it. So I don't know how long it's going to last, but I don't believe it's going to last long because people going to get bored with that crap.
Well, hey, let me ask. Let's dive a little deeper. If you are one of those celebrities that are out there getting all this fake teeth, getting all these injections, getting all this Ozempic and stuff done, and altering your appearances to the degree for a role to
Hmm.
to, to
To
fit
stay
in
employed.
Hollywood,
To stay
to
employed.
stay employed.
Hmm.
Yes. So if this is what you're doing, aren't you I want to say you're kind of creating an artificial intelligence, like an artificial version of yourself.
You're
And you're
absolutely right.
and you're
Right.
and you're and you're training the eye, the viewer, to accept that artificial look.
But
So
not
that
only
when
that, but everybody look alike.
that's what I mean.
And
So
it doesn't
now
look good. And that what
No.
is going to make artificial intelligence be more
more
acceptable
acceptable.
because
Mhm.
everybody looks like
The artificial
they
intelligence
all look like
anyway.
they went to the chop shop. They
But
all
the
look like
one,
and you're one nip and tuck away
but
from
this,
looking
yeah,
like an alien because everything
but
starts, you don't look human. They get so
But the
much
one
work
thing
done,
that
you stop looking human.
but the one thing that we're talking about right now is what? We're talking about acting.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to act. If you're AI or if you're a human being, you got to be able to act. That's what draws people to a story. And if you can't, like a lot of animation, I don't like a whole lot of animation because it just, a lot of people like anime.
Right.
I don't like anime because anime don't have no soul. It's just a
Right.
cartoon.
That's how I
Words and
felt when I
stories.
watched Alita. It was
Mhm,
kind of cartoon, human kind of mix. It was a
mhm,
good story and it was okay, but
mhm.
for me, I never lost sight that it was not 100% human through the whole
We
movie.
will never. I don't believe we will ever come to a place in on this earth where we don't need that human factor.
Okay,
Right.
Auntie, did you watch Avatar?
Yes.
Okay, so what are your thoughts of Avatar? Because to me, it feels like that's a test of these are characters, but they don't look like people. They don't, you can't take them for. They're not cartoons. They're not, they're. It's a lot of work done, and
Yeah, but
it,
listen. Avatars, okay, are people, and they lay stuff over them. So you're seeing people really
Right.
act.
Right.
If
and then
you
they do a whole
remove
bunch of
that,
characters and stuff, like a
Because
lot
right,
of CGI
but
over 'em.
yeah, but
because
if you
you
remove
have
that, then what you got?
right, because you if you go back, the actor and the actress still has to show up to set. They still have to do what they do. They put on that bodysuit and they put all those little prongs
Understand
and
to put
touch
the
points
blue
and then
sleeve
stuff
and
all
all
over them.
that. Right.
They put them in that sound and that room and they
Exactly.
do all the action. They do it now. Nobody there's no
Exactly.
audience, but they
Exactly.
actually do the physicality and then
So
they
yeah,
compile the touch points and make it into a
exactly.
product. But you've got to have that
Exactly.
human person show up to get that
Exactly.
done.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So,
You
but it's
can't do it.
expensive, and they want to eliminate CGI and just go AI because they think they're going to
Exactly.
save some money,
And AI ain't gonna do it
and it's going
because
to
it's
be a
not.
fail.
I
That's
can
like
eat.
me going to see
Wait a
Whitney
minute. So the
Houston
last
in the
I can eat
hologram.
some
Nobody wants
Chinese
it.
food. I eat some Chinese food, be hungry in an hour. I want to see some meat in a movie, just like I sat here and watched that movie with The Rock. It wasn't filling. It wasn't nothing for me. It was a waste of my time
Okay.
because he didn't give me nothing. And that's what we're gonna get with this AI. Nothing. And we're gonna get
Okay,
tired of it.
so let me ask you this, Auntie. So, do you think that AI? We are talking about the actors that are
Hmm.
going to be out of jobs.
Right.
But what about the art, the makeup artists?
Right.
They're gonna be out of jobs.
Everybody, the stylists, the
Costume,
costume
costume.
designers,
And guess what? Even script writers, because they're using
AI
AI to write
scripts.
scripts.
Right.
And the scripts don't have no soul, so the stories don't have no soul. It's going to be a very, very, they're going to have to go through this. You're going to have some collateral damage for a minute for
Hmm.
people to wake up. But they're going to go through it and they're going to say, damn, we need some more actors, we need some more writers, we got to put people, because people ain't going to the movies now.
Okay, so if I'm an actress or let's do what they said today. If I am a female actor
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
or male actor, right?
Hmm.
And I've been in the business for a minute. I just
Mm-hmm.
different styles and different periods of Hollywood,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
right? All right. And I get insured because I don't want anything to happen to me while filming that
Hmm.
could like disfigure me or anything like that. Like,
Hmm.
I am my brand.
Mm-hmm.
Should I be responsible for hiring an attorney for my intellectual property, my property of me, my voice, like my mannerisms,
Hmm.
uh, maybe sayings, whatever it is? Should I just be? Is that where we're going? Where every individual should just protect themselves so
Yeah.
that in case
Definitely.
somebody wants to use a Denzel like
Mm-hmm.
prompt in
Definitely.
AI or
Yes.
Samuel
Definitely.
like prompt, that
Yes.
then I can come back and say, no, I'm copywritten. You can't use me.
Right.
Definitely. 'Cause let's say tomorrow morning, right? Let's say tomorrow morning we turn on the TV and it's a
Hmm.
whole AI program with Denzel Washington on it, right? What are you going to do about it?
He can sue for misrepresentation. I'm not saying he's going to win, but he can come against some suit because people are using his
He
name,
can,
image, and his
yeah,
likeness.
yeah, he can try it.
He can try it, and that's what's they're gonna have to test
So,
it in the
so
court.
what you're saying, Simone, I mean, Desiree, is if I was an actress or an actor right now, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be getting
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, I will tell you this: the one actor that did um submit his voice to the studio in perpetuity, and that was James Earl Jones, because he
okay.
did not want the voice of Darth Vader to
Mm-hmm.
be anybody else but his.
Oh,
Okay.
And he knew, and because he thought it would hurt the character and the authenticity if you saw Darth
Mm-hmm.
Vader, because they keep doing these iterations of Star Wars and everything. And he was like,
Right.
if you have Darth Vader, nobody's gonna buy it. They're not gonna believe it. That's not, because that's not what Darth Vader sounds like. Darth Vader
Right.
has a sound. He
Yeah, the
doesn't have a
sound.
face, but he has a
Yeah.
sound. So
Yeah, the sound.
he let the Star Wars people have authority to use his voice for that character when he's
mm,
long
That's
gone, to make sure that
that's
they
a good
could write
thing.
AI scripts for Darth Vader and use his
That's
voice.
excellent.
So he did do that, but he was smart. He did it for himself for personal reason. He
Not
did it for the
only
art,
right, he did it for the art.
and he's in his estate is being compensated for that. He put that in place before he died,
Okay.
and they're being
And if I was a whole
compensated.
lot of other people, I would be doing the same thing.
The
yeah,
problem
I
I
think out the gate, I think that's because if you are, um, I think the argument would be you are paid in the you're these actors down, they're not hired to do 10 movies or 10 years or 5
right,
years with the company like they used to.
right.
They're now independent contractors per se.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
work for
So
hire. They work
yeah,
for
they work
Right.
hire.
for hire. So they're working for hire. So once I am lending my, appearance and my voice
Hmm.
for your project,
Mm-hmm.
but that's your project. You pay for that project. So now what is if they take whatever they already have, like that's on the cutting room floor that didn't make it, and they use that material to create something new. They can't say, "Oh well, hey, we need you to come back into the studio and do more voiceovers," because now they already have your voice, they already have your likeness. They could just chop and paste and piece that
Right.
together and put it in the system and come up with new material. You don't even have to come back.
And that's
Exactly.
why and that's why the people who are going to really benefit from this are going to be the intellectual property, trademark, entertainment lawyers.
Attorneys. Yeah.
They got a lot of work coming in because they're going to be negotiating those contracts. No, you're not going to sign this that says whatever lands on the cutting room floor, we can sweep it back up, piece it together, and make new product out of it. No, because you hired me
But
to do this
listen,
one product. You hired me to
but
do this
listen.
one movie. Now, I remember when Aaliyah died in the middle, Queen of the Damned, and
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
they were screwed. And they begged
Mm-hmm.
her brother to come on and try to be like a body double and a filler. Can you
Mm-hmm.
imagine if they would have had AI?
I can
Woo,
imagine.
they wouldn't have hired that brother. They would have
No.
CGI'd her nice. Remember, you could see where the granular, it was like kind of fuzzy. And they tried
Mm-hmm.
to, because he looked a lot like her. And they tried to
Mm-hmm.
overlay it and everything and try to make him do some of her mannerisms. And if they would have had AI, they would have been like, No, we don't need him. We got everything we need from Lee. Look, y'all can die tomorrow, living your
Exactly.
dangerous life. You can OD, you can fall out the sky, and our work is our movie's not gonna miss a beat because we're gonna make sure we have everything we need to cover ourselves. And
What
they're
you
gonna
think about
weasel
that,
that into their
Auntie?
contracts. Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think that's excellent. That's what I would do. I would be getting my shit into perpetuity. I'd be getting me some lawyers behind me. Everything that I say, my boogies would be covered. Yes.
You said if you
Everything.
use my name, image, and license after our work is done, run me my
Yeah,
money.
I need my money.
And that's why they were on strike.
Yeah,
Remember?
that's
Because they
But the
said,
thing is,
because
but
what
they
they
would,
wanted to
but they,
do was have them come in for one day of work, have them read some lines and do some stuff, send them away,
for
and then
what
they
I'm
was going to
saying,
put the whole movie together.